Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peterisms, where I tell stories of my life and just little things that I have learned as I have grown into the person that I am today. And it is Bachelor Weekend here at the house of Monn, and the dogs are crazy and running around, and they are so excited. Tucker is right here. They're having such a good day. It is pouring down rain, so I've been having to take them out in the rain. Tucker hates the rain. He goes right out and does his business, and he comes back in. Boo Radley, on the other hand, Boo Radley's an adventurer, aren't you, Boo Radley? Come here, Boo. He said, here's Tucker right here. Come here, Boo Boo. Boo Radley said, Dad, he is soaking wet. He said, Dad, I love the rain. You do? Look at his little paws. His little paws are wet. They're starting to get a little dry, aren't they? So we've been running around the house. We've been having so much fun. He said, we've been having a good day. Now, I'm going to tell you they're going to bark as soon as I am done. Yeah, just sit right there. Okay. They're going to start barking as soon as I get to... Okay, no, he says, I want to come back. They're going to start barking as soon as I get done reading. I don't know what it is about this channel, but as soon as I sign off and I say the ending of this, they know it. Like, they can hear it. It's only on this channel, and Tucker always starts barking as soon as I'm done. So, let's get into today's meditations. I brought the Melody Beatty books that I always read from, and I also brought from the Daily Book of Positive Quotations. So I had kind of a crazy morning, a little bit of a scary morning. I'm going to talk about that on my vlog tonight, so go check out my vlog tomorrow. So I was sitting outside, kind of like during and after the fact, and anyway, I was reading my meditations. Oh, well, hello, Boo Radley. He said, well, hello. So I was reading this meditation, and this meditation just so spoke to me today, and this is from the Daily Book of Positive Quotations. I try to read from this most mornings, and I also read from my... Tucker, are you sitting on top of my glasses? Oh, here they are. He just like laid down right here. He's being such a sweet, good boy. You're such a good boy. He said, yeah, I'm a good boy. You want to see? Look, he's just like sitting right there. Aww, it reminds me of Pee-Pee back in the day. And Boo Radley is, he said, well, I'm right here, Dad. They're so funny. Anyway, so I try to read from this and my recovery meditation books in the mornings, because those are the ones that I don't read over here as much anymore. I think I've read every meditation in this book online on my videos at one point or another, but this one I really like today. So, September 4th, continuity. Even if I knew that tomorrow the world would go to pieces, I would still plant my apple tree. Martin Luther. To quietly and peacefully go about our business sometimes requires great courage. Events in the world or in our own lives may make us want to scream and wail, tear our hair out, or beat our heads against a wall. But we don't do any of those things. We square our shoulders, look straight ahead, and carry out our daily routines. We try to restore normality to what feels like chaos. I admire people who just keep going without bragging or feeling the need to tell everyone about it. I can be one of those people. And you know, I need that reminder on a regular basis that to have peace and serenity in my life is to not play into all the craziness, the chaos, the toxicity that's going on in the world, right? You know, like, not maybe like in the grand scheme of the world, but like in our personal world, you know, like at any given time, there's somebody around us that's either pushing our buttons, or we're like, whether it's family or whoever, you know, there's somebody that's always pushing our buttons, or, you know, wanting to fight or antagonize us. Or maybe it's just that there's just like chaos and craziness going in our lives. And what we can ask ourselves is this: can I be part of the solution instead of part of the problem? Because if I act out, if I retaliate, if I respond, am I part of the problem, or am I part of the solution, or am I part of the problem? Today I want to be part of the solution. You know, the solution for me, the solution for other people. I want to just do my part to do that. And you know, many times that just means shutting my mouth and putting one foot forward and going about things, you know, and just saying, hey, you know, peace be with you, so to speak. You know, I remember growing up, that was the thing that our pastor used to always say when he closed out the church service. It's probably maybe one of the only things I got from all of that experience, you know, was he would always say, peace be with you. And then the congregation would say, and peace be with you as well, or something like that. But, you know, I think like that's it. You know, I think that's it right there, is wishing peace upon people, even people that we don't get along with, even people that push our buttons, you know, whether that's, you know, people that we don't have in our lives, or, you know, our mothers or our grandparents or our fathers or siblings or partners even sometimes, or even our friends, you know. It's like just wishing them peace, wishing them the best, and staying over here and doing our thing, you know. And if we all did that, if we all just did our best to bring peace to our own lives and to those around us, can you imagine what more of a peaceful world it would be? I mean, in reality, it would just, it would be so much more peaceful. So anyway, I really like that the meditation this morning. All right, let's read from Journey to the Heart by Melody Beatty, since that's the first one in the pile. Let's go over here. Oh, September 4th. I pulled right to it. Yeah, that's right, Boo Radley. Okay, September 4th. Stay connected to yourself. The woman was describing her reaction to an area she had visited, a place poisoned by toxic chemicals, a piece of earth maimed and harmed by humankind. It's not that I didn't feel connected there, she said thoughtfully. I felt connected, but feeling connected meant feeling connected to pain. The woman was describing more than a piece of land. She was describing a place many of us visit at times on our journey. We feel connected, but we're connected to pain and sadness. We may be reacting to an incident from our past or to something taking place right now. We don't have to run anymore. We don't have to hide. We don't have to leave our bodies or wonder what's wrong. We don't have to leave our bodies or wonder what's wrong. We simply need to feel what's there, even if it hurts for a bit. Sometimes we're healing from toxic beliefs, feelings, and attitudes we've accumulated. Sometimes there's a message, a lesson to learn, an action to take. That will follow naturally if we're connected. Open up to your connection. The price of being connected may mean that we can occasionally feel pain, but the reward for staying connected will be consciousness, guided action, and an open heart. I really love this meditation, I think for me, one of the things I've learned is, I have a support network in my life today. I have my husband, I have my best friend, I have my sponsor, And when I'm going through something in my life today where I feel pain, I don't have to retaliate or react, to everybody that I come in contact with. Instead, I can call those people up and I can say, hey, listen, I'm in a lot of pain right now. I'm hurting, my feelings are hurt, or, whatever I'm going through, whether it's physical or emotional pain, spiritual pain sometimes, where is God in this? Whatever I'm going through, I can reach out to those people and I can say, hey, listen, I'm hurting right now, right? And that's okay. And I think it's important that we feel our pain and that we allow ourselves to feel our pain, but I don't also have to let it affect every area of my life today, right? I can call those people and I can talk to them about what's going on. I can take it to a meeting. I can journal about it. I can meditate on it. I can pray on it. There's so many things that I can do if I really want to grow as a human being. If I don't, then I can stay in that anger, resentment, misery, pain, hurt feelings. I can stay in all of that, right? And I can continue to allow that to affect my life on a daily basis. I don't want that. I don't want that for me. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for the people in my life. I don't want that for the people in your life. I don't want that for anybody, But for me, I'm the only one that I can control. And to do that, I have to call the people in my life and I have to say, hey, listen, this is what's going on. With my sponsor, she'll say, well, what's your part in that, And then I have to take a look at my part in that. And then I'll ask her, what do I do with this? And sometimes she'll say, well, this is what you do. And other times she'll say, just, put one foot in front of the other and do the best job that you can do today. It's not that deep, and she'll say, just, pray on it and try to let it go. And sometimes things that are hurting me today are not the same things that hurt me 5 years from now. I've really learned that over time, or 10 years from now, that but I think it's important to acknowledge that pain and to say, hey, I'm hurting and I'm not feeling great today, and talking to people that I trust, with that pain and seeing what they say about it. I typically now, I know kind of what people are going to say in my life, my husband will say, well, what can I do, babe? He'll say, what can I do to help that? My best friend, she and I talk things out. We vent. She is the person that I scream with, and she's the one that screams, not at each other, but we get all heated and whatever. And then we kind of come down and we joke about things and whatever. With my sponsor, she's solution oriented. She's like, let's get to the, causes and conditions about this. Let's talk about what's really going on here, and she simplifies it for me. No matter what it is that's going on, she simplifies it for me, because for her, it is about the causes and conditions. For her, it is about how can I learn from this? So she's the one that teaches me all of that, Writing things down, journaling things, sometimes helps me see it all more clear than it is. Just because I have done a lot of work in my life, just because I've looked at things, doesn't mean that I don't play the victim at times either. And I have to be reminded of that and how people say, okay, you're playing the victim right now, right? Do you want to play the victim? No, I don't want to play the victim, because you don't gain anything from that, right? Hey, I'm sorry, but how can you grow from that experience? And I think that that's what that meditation is saying. Acknowledge the pain, talk about it, see how you can learn from it, and then let it go, and that's what I try to do today in my life. Right, Boo Radley? He's so sweet. All right. Let's read from The Language of Letting Go by Melody Beatty. These all kind of are going together today a little bit, aren't they? Ooh, is it a long one? No, it's not, but tomorrow is. Finding direction. I used to spend so much time reacting and responding. This is so true. I used to spend so much time reacting and responding to everyone else that my life had no direction. Other people's lives, problems, and wants set the course for my life. Once I realized it was okay for me to think about and identify what I wanted, remarkable things began to take place in my life. Anonymous. We each have a life to live, one that has purpose and meaning. We can help our higher power give direction and purpose to our life by setting goals. We can set goals annually, monthly, or daily in times of crisis. Goals create direction and pace. Goals help us achieve a manageable life that is directed in the course we choose for ourselves. We can help give our lives direction by setting goals. Today I will pay attention to setting a course of action for my life rather than letting others control my life and affairs. You know, there was so much of my life years and years ago that was, I've talked a lot on here about being reactionary versus being responsive. And, it's interesting because I've kind of noticed that there will be a theme of things I talk about, right? And then that theme is kind of like while I'm working on that issue in my life. And then once I've kind of like learned the lesson, I don't talk about it as much over here because I've kind of like learned the lesson. And, not that I don't need reminders. It's not like I'm an A+ student of it. I still need reminders to do those things. But the decision to be reactive to things, which is like where if somebody hits you, you hit them back and go, ouch, that hurts. Versus being responsive. Like if somebody hits you, you go, I'm going to sit and think about that for a second. Maybe you do something about it. Maybe you don't. Maybe you realize, hey, this person showed me who they are and I don't want them in my life. Thank you very much. And anyway, and even responding to them is having them in my life. So I'm just not going to respond to it at all. Or maybe you choose to come back and say, hey, that really hurt me when you hit me and I don't appreciate being hit and I don't hit you. So, and I've really learned that in life, my life goes a little bit more smooth when I'm responsive versus being reactive. I was reactionary for so many years, right? That if you looked at my life was just a mess of constantly being reactive to other people and what was going on. It was almost like, well, when your life settles down a little bit and all you worry about is yourself and what you can control, which is myself, then at that point, it's like, well, my life has settled down a little bit, because I'm not so concerned with what everybody else is doing and trying to control them. And once that happens, it's like your life kind of clears out and then it gives you a way to start working on yourself, if you're somebody that's constantly reacting to other people or you're sitting there and you're saying, well, if you knew what this person did, if you knew that the person did, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time we all have the desire to want to tell on somebody, okay? I truly believe that very miserable people always want to tell on somebody else. And we really, inside of us, have that need, but really what that need is speaking of is I can take no responsibility for my part in this whatsoever. To see that I can't see that I had a part in it. I can't take responsibility for my part in it. I can't let it go. I can't wish peace on the world. I just want to stay in my misery. I just want to stay here and tell on people. If you knew what this person did, if you really knew what I've said this time and time again over here, haven't I? Well, what I realized one day was, when I'm sitting here telling on all these people, I'm wasting time that I could be working on myself, And the day that I stopped doing that and the day that I started working on myself was the day that my life started to get better. Because I can only work on my life. I can't work on other people's lives. I can give suggestions. I can tell you guys things that I've learned from what other people have told me or things that I've gone through in my life. But you have to do those things in your life. Just like when people share with me what they've learned that I should apply to my life. And I'm like, yes, but, yes, but, yes, but. When I stop saying the yes, buts and I listen and I take their suggestions just because they're suggestions because they want me to have a better life and I apply that to my life, my life starts changing. My life starts getting better, because I'm working on myself, right? So anyway, those are fantastic meditations today. Let me know what you think about those in the comment section below. I love you guys and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.